Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to Tori's 2 Cent. And we are back with another video. I know I've already said this before, but y'all know my wedding is coming up, so this is another wedding one. And this one is a little juicy. I need y'all to hear this. And I feel like you guys have to know how crazy this is because I know how crazy this is. So we are about to get into another Am I the A-hole? Um, so let's jump right in. Okay, time to go for the drama. Am I the a-hole for cutting off a 14-year friendship after a wedding? Weddings are so serious that I'm going to automatically say no. Like off the title alone, no, no. Because what they did. Okay, so am I the a-hole for cutting off a 14-year friendship after a wedding? Sorry if I have grammar errors since my English isn't my first language. For context, I, a 31 female, is one of the bridesmaids for my college buddy Annie, not the real name. She and I have four other friends met during college. Annie Vernon, not her real name, is also a bridesmaid to the wedding. Her and I are tight since we are all introverts. We had, past tense now, a friend named Mandy who is an extrovert, self centered, and kind of a show off. Like she has this stuff we don't have, and that she's well off, and we are just average, and the likes. And I am happy for her having a comfortable life, but Mandy has always been a bully. She would always look down on people just because she wanted to. And y'all friends with her because what? Before the wedding, the bride Annie specifically said and reiterated on the wedding invitation that there will be no plus ones because she and her now husband Brad are tight on a budget, and they just want small people to witness their wedding, specifically important people, plus or minus 100 people, immediate family, close relative, best friends, friends on the wedding and reception. Mandy, on the other hand, had a message on our group chat that if it is okay to bring her husband and kids to the wedding, since her husband and kids are also important people in Annie's life. Annie replied that since they are tight on a budget, she hoped that Mandy would understand because her now husband also has a say on this. For context, again, Mandy's husband is not well liked by the friend group as well as the husbands and boyfriends. I'm trying to figure out how Mandy is liked. At this point, how could you question your friend's wedding plans? And she literally gave you a legitimate reason. We're trying to keep a tight budget. That that's all that need to be said. I feel like, especially your children. Now, if you was fighting for just your husband, that's one thing. But you fighting for your husband and kids, you're doing too much. You are not respecting this girl at all. Okay, Mandy had became passive on our group chat, silence. A day later, she made a separate group chat without Annie ranting that why can't her husband and kids be invited since they are her nieces and somewhat in-laws since we are good friends for almost 15 years. And the fact that Annie and Bride was invited during her wedding. Why are you questioning this again? She's on a tight budget, baby. We on that separate group chat have and always would defend Annie because we know she always avoid confrontations and drama and she is a nice person. As Annie said that they are on a tight budget since they didn't want their parents to pay for the wedding and to pacify her, we said her husband and kids are important but also understand it is the bride and groom's decision. And after she became passive again, silence again. Fast forward the wedding day. The ceremony and reception was held in a hotel. Annie is so beautiful on her wedding day. The guests and entourage are now all seated on their assigned tables when me and Veron heard a commotion on the entrance of the wedding slash reception hall. In order to not disrupt the wedding ceremony, I gently walked out the hall and looked into the commotion. And lo behold, Mandy brought her husband and kids on the wedding. I talked to her since she started to insist that they are all invited in. I talked to her since she started to insist that they are all invited, and good thing I have a list of the entourage and guest names copied for me, telling her that she is invited but not her kids and husband. She turned red and said, I am not a good friend since I am siding with the bride. You are not a good friend for not following the bride's request that you knew in advance and you still thought you was gonna bum rush your way into that girl wedding. That you are just so self centered. That would annoy me. Okay. And she said, and I am totally I totally told her, yes, I'm siding with Annie since it is her wedding and I am just complying to her request. Like how we comply on her Mandy's demands during her wedding last 2018. The drama was settled, or so I thought. She was allowed to enter the wedding venue and attend the wedding minus husband and kids. As I have said, Mandy is a show off and self centered, and she insisted to be seated with us, the bridesmaids and maid of honor, which the organizer said no. She was all sulky and being a baby when she seated along with other guests on their assigned table. She keeps on telling them that she should be seated with us since we're all friends. Yes, y'all are all friends, but baby, you are not a bridesmaid. You are not in the bridal party. Why are you so desperately trying to make this day about you? I mean, the goalpost just keeps on moving. She keeps on telling them that she should be seated with us since we're all friends. She made the other guests on that table uncomfortable. She also told them, why get married if everyone who's important will not be invited? Honestly, I am a chill person, but when what she had done next was not very demure, very not cutesy, very not ethical. I'll be glad when we're past this phase of the very demure. But anyway, she brought her food to her husband and kids, who are outside of the wedding hall and coming back again to the buffet to get some more. I confronted her about it, and she told me that it is her food, so she can do anything about it. Since I don't want to argue, I just told the organizer about it so she can handle Mandy. To top it off, she had made the bride upset when she straightforwardly told her that she had Mandy had a more expensive wedding than Annie. Oh gosh, I should have seen the red flags of this friendship since it started, but we and I myself had become colorblind for years. And now almost a month had passed. Our friends and including me didn't contact Mandy after the wedding. Am I the a-hole? At this point, asking are you the a-hole is a dumb question. I know they say there's no dumb questions, but baby, you know good and well you are not the a-hole. Realistically, I mean, this girl literally tried to intentionally ruin her friend's wedding day. I mean, she made it plain to you on numerous conversations. Your other friends also agreed with her that your husband and kids cannot go. Not to mention, we don't even like y'all for real. We're being nice about it. Like, ugh, I just, when I say I genuinely can't, I mean, who has friends like this? And it's not to say that you can't be upset that your husband's not invited or like your kids. Kids, I feel like is a stretch. You shouldn't care that your kids aren't invited because I'm doing a kid-free wedding, so you could be mad all day. Now, I understand, like for me, I tried to make it my business to ensure that if you were married, I invited both people because I just feel like marriage, you're one. Like the husband, in my opinion, should just naturally be included and accounted for. I think it's weird to invite one person and not their spouse, like they're married, a boyfriend, whatever, even a fiance, whatever. But you not inviting somebody's spouse, personally, I would not do that on my wedding list. But in this case, she made it plain. She let it be known that your husband cannot come, your kids cannot come. And I just feel like it's honestly up to the bride. Like, there's no right or wrong. It is per person how you want to do things. And as a friend, respect it or don't come at all. Like, if I felt like I wanted to like stick up for my husband and not go, then I just would have not go and we could talk about our friendship afterwards. But if that's not what you're doing, then why would you start a whole a commotion at this girl wedding? And y'all for some reason think y'all could possibly be the a-hole? Be so for real. I Nobody better not do that at my wedding. I'm telling you. It'll be the last time they ever hear anything from me. Okay, let's go to the comments and see what the comments are saying. So it has one that says, "It caused me pain when you rammed a demure in there." Me too. I literally said that. I'll be so glad when this demure phase is over. But anyway, it caused me physical pain when you rammed a demure in there, but not the a-hole. Certainly not without a lot of apologies. No way. There's debatable conflicts and whatnot, but after that, I'd have a hard time trying to keep my civil face on. Even in passing, it would be best for all involved to move on. She's just a bit nuts. Yeah, to be quite honest, everybody need to drop her. Yeah, okay, not the a-hole. She is not a friend. She clearly can't take no for an answer. And she said her psycholog- psychologist, oh my God, can I read? Her psychologist friend had said she is a narcissist and self-absorbed. That's what it's giving. I one would think the husband would have left when he saw that he wasn't welcome. Should have, but he's thick-skinned. Okay, cause about that, for you to sit outside of a wedding with your kids in a hotel lobby, knowing that you are not invited, like what would even make that? Like she must have mind control on them, because there's no way you could convince me to go anywhere that I know that I'm not invited or not wanted to. Like you don't have to tell. I wouldn't even be in the vicinity. Like I'm not understanding. If I'm not invited, my husband's not invited. They're not showing up. Why did your husband even agree to that? Why did he get ready? Why did he get your kids ready? Why did y'all do all that? And you knew what to expect when you got there because you're not on the list and they cannot accommodate you. Weddings are expensive. Like so expensive. And the fact that they charge people per plate and all of that foolishness that they do at weddings, be so for real. If your husband can't come, your kids can't come, let it go. Oh, somebody said it what I was thinking. Okay, not the a-hole, but it's rude to invite one half of a married couple to a wedding begin with. That's why I said it's not right or wrong thing, I feel like. But I do agree it is a little rude, weird to like invite one of a married couple. And she said, I agree with that, but on my defense, would you invite a person that would sour a beautiful occasion? Just a thought. And the person said, don't invite either then. You invite both or neither, not one or none if they're a couple. I don't think if they're a couple, I think if they're married. So, wowzers. I genuinely don't understand how people have friends like this in their circle. I just do not get it. Let her go. Y'all ain't talked to her for just a month. That whole 15 years should have been scratched at 14 and 11 months ago. Because she sounds totally unruly and someone I wouldn't even want to be around. Not to mention, she literally treats y'all like she's so much better than y'all. That, who has friends like that? You shouldn't even be competing with your friends for anybody to be sitting there thinking who's better and who's not. But that's neither here or there. Definitely not the a hole. Not the a hole at all. And I hope you guys drop this girl for good. And she's never gonna change. Who she is now is who she's always going to be. And if you can't tolerate it now, there's no need in trying to tolerate it ever again. But that's just my 2 cents. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. And what do y'all think about Miss Mandy here? Because I would be staying far away from her. But thanks for joining me for another video. I hope y'all enjoyed that one. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I definitely want to hear your opinions. And until next time, bye.